My name is Jannet Danon Mairena. I've been homeschooling for 24 years, and I also lead the home education guidance. We are trying to fill in the gap where there's a lot of information online about homeschooling, how to do it, what are the requirements, but it could be overwhelming because there is so much information out there. So what I am trying to do is just lead the parent, take them by the hand, show them what they have to do, and just like with children, then they're allowed to flourish. And if they need me again, they can always contact me again for little things along the line. Also, there are days where you just want to figure out, what do I do with these little things called children? Those are the days where you want to call somebody. I know when I started, I called many people. So I'll be there for that too, if it's needed. Like, oh my gosh. Whether you want to chat with me for 60 minutes or 90 minutes, you're welcome to brainstorm specific questions because some people are starting. The beginning of homeschooling is difficult. You think you're the only one out there, not. And you have a million questions because you think this is it. I mean, I got to do this perfectly. But there are people that have already been doing it for a long time, and then they come into the high school years where it's like, I really got to do this perfectly now. So they reach towards the end, and the questions could be, how do I start keeping records for the whole next 4 years? Or we're almost done, how do I put a transcript together? And at that point, I can help you. I can teach you how to do the transcript so that you can go ahead and find all the information that you need and put it in there, because it is 4 years of activities. If you are able to submit everything to me, then I can help you put it together as well. And then in the meantime, I very much encourage most kids, not all kids, to take advantage of dual enrollment. And so if that's one of the options, then I help the person sort of navigate how to get that done, who to contact at the college, and just take them by the hand and help them with that. I had the opportunity to co-lead an enrichment program, and my friend and I did that for 10 years. So the enrichment program offered classes throughout the day for families who came with kids of all ages. So at any given hour, a child could go to, any of their children could go to a class. So we kind of scheduled it so that we could service one family per hour, and then they could leave if they wanted to. But anyways, that evolved with time in terms of whether we filed for a 501c3, which we did, so that it would be a nonprofit. Then there's the taxes at the end of your fiscal year, and along with that came record keeping and scheduling and billing so that we could pay the teachers. So all that structure and skeleton could always be passed on to another group who wants to start or wants to improve their system. Be more than willing to also offer in our services the idea of, look, this is how you do it in QuickBooks if you wanted to use QuickBooks for billing, invoicing, paying teachers, and also use it as your scheduling tool. That was a big invention because QuickBooks is everything you want and nothing at all at the same time. So if somebody needs that, they could also be led in that direction. Per se, because we have already done it to the convention.
Yeah, so let's talk about
a huge part of homeschooling is the emotional component. Am I doing the right thing? Are my kids going to be ready? What if I have to put them back to school? Are they going to be able to be like everybody else and catch up? Are they losing opportunities by doing this and not being in the regular school? So there's a lot of emotional baggage to it. And it's great when you can call somebody who's done it before. I know I did that when I started, and express your concern and basically just hear somebody tell you it's okay. Children are very resilient. If you have to put them back to school because either they want to or a circumstance arrived where you have to, your children will immediately just do what needs to be done. They know what they have to do, and they're resilient, and they will do it. So the emotional component, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is what the school requires them to do. And so when you start understanding that Florida law is it's pretty open, there's a huge range as to what you can do. Once you start understanding that you're not a school at home, you are educating your children at home, and it's two different things. So parents need help, especially at the beginning. And if they've been in school, they need a period of detoxification, and they can always call me, and I can help them detoxify. And if they're starting from the early years, then I can certainly give them reassurance that if you listen to your child and your child's needs, then everything will be fine. Just fine. Basically, a lot of people just go with everything. There's kids everywhere. They do have, what do I do? What curriculum do I use? The situation of a child that wants to go to school, either for the first time or back to school. And when a child expresses that need with specific circumstances. So for instance, my middle one was set on going to a specific high school, and so that's all he talked about. And so he had a plan in mind, and I had to honor that. That was a big emotional thingamajinga. Again, call seasoned homeschoolers, please, what do I do? He wants to go back to school. You have to honor his needs. So then you start the preparing of all the material so that you can go to that school and say, look, this is my child. He hasn't been in the system, but this is what he's done. So that's a set of preparations that you have to do, paperwork, whatever, that it's also a situation. So that happened for my middle one. He went back to school. He wanted to go to high school. So I advised him that the best thing would be to go to 8th grade. And so once being in 8th grade, then you sort of like move with the masses onto high school. And I think, just emotionally and developmentally kind of makes sense to join a herd before the herd becomes more cruel. So, and picky. So he went to school for 8th, did really well, very well. Another seasoned homeschooler advised me to put him in honors classes. And so I threw him in there. You're going to honors classes. What? Yes, you are. Because I was told that that's the best option. So he went to honors classes, did really well. Immediately caught up. In the meantime, the older one said, oh, me too. So then it was putting together not entry into 8th grade, but entry into 11th grade. So that took, and in the middle of the year. So honoring that took the whole Christmas break with my entire table, dining room table filled with all the stuff that ever happened in homeschooling, imagine that, to put together all his information. So he went, and then he said, take me back. So he came back home, the older one stayed. And so, there's a lot of movement through homeschooling where it's great to have somebody that you can talk to, guide you to not only how to do it, right? How to maneuver the paperwork, but how to maneuver your feelings that they're going where they're coming. And now you have to adjust again to deal with, even when parents move, too.
Okay.
That little high school stuff that he did. Learning is inevitable. Yeah. I mean, even if you don't want to, if your eyes are open and you can hear and you can move and you're alive, you're absorbing your surrounding. I hope you guys have a great time homeschooling. Enjoy all your little ones. Enjoy every minute. You never know what will be memorable. Anything is possible to be memorable when you're with your little ones. I know my kids remember just sitting on the couch and reading a specific book when they were little. I mean, those are Those are warm memories. So make it about memories, make it about the relationship with your children, as one day they will be adults, and you want them around as stable, able, kind human beings in society, and you want to have a great relationship with them as adults. So as difficult days come about, I think that's what should GPS you. You could find my profile at Project Caring. You could find my information in my website at homeeducationguidance.com. There's a couple of social profiles in there you could follow as well. And that's it for now. Good luck homeschooling.